touchdown. And boards back out in front, a shot and a score. Into the zone, right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice, open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front, a shot and a score. Into the zone, right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice, open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. The other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards.
From Adelaide Arena in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, it is Northeast Pack hockey season once again in the Ocean State. It is the Rhode Island Saints M's U18 team taking on Bishop Kearney Selects. Matt Jones with you here on the broadcast today on Fans Only Sports Network. We thank you so much for tuning in wherever you may be around the country, around the world for this afternoon's game. Mount St. Charles coming in 2-0 on the season as they took down Boston Hockey Academy last weekend, taking care of business in both games. For Bishop Kearney Selects, this is going to be their first game of the regular season. What a way to start it with Northeast Pack play as the two sides are set and ready to go. Mount St. Charles Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by Stanley Tree. Employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. By Hamden Hockey, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. And by RREliteRecruits.com with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of the nation's #1 recruiting service. Join RREliteRecruits.com today. Bishop Kearney in the black and red. Mount St. Charles in the traditional home whites with the red and white trim, a la Montreal Canadiens style. And they will go top line Christian Benesinque, Pat Murphy, Jake Gutworth. With the defense, Alex Boslin and Riley Mullen. Cody Buticus will be in net today for the Saints. For Bishop Kearney, it'll be Jet Otwell, Jacob Carroll, J.C. Humphreys, along with Dexter Kitchlin, Chris McGovern. And in net will be the 33 of Adam Stevenson. And looks like we may have had a little bit of a change to the starting lineup for Bishop Kearney. Looks like they're going to go with their second line to start, or a mix of that first and second line. Murphy against King, and we're underway here in the first period. Kitchlin works that one across the blue line. It's going to be picked up on the opposite side. Mullen is going to be able to spin that one out. Looking right away for the 16 of Gutworth. Gutworth, a shot, and that one got on to the glove side, actually the blocker side of Stevenson. Adam Stevenson from Chandler, Arizona, played in the Phoenix Coyotes 16U program before coming over to Bishop Kearney Selects. A shot attempt that came on the outside corner. That one for the 16 of McGuire, and was blocked by the Mount defense. D'Annunzio is going to scoot this one forward, working with Bunning on the far side board. Bunning will send that one back across. He was looking for Humphreys. Tied up in the boards around the back side, bothered there by Thomas New. Lost twig on the ice. And going the other way quickly, and a hard shot was Caracello. Two quick, good shots from Mount St. Charles to start the game. Worked around the backside boards. Looking for the top. They cannot. They were trying to find Montgomery. Montgomery instead is going to peel it off of Bunning's stick. New had it for a second before it's taken off of his stick by Humphreys, headed the other way. Humphreys in a tie-up with a couple of Mount defenders, and the puck bounces its way to the backside boards. Connor Gangle from Grand Rapids, Michigan, pushes that one forward. On the side, he was looking for Gates Omicelli, and Omicelli had it along the boards for a second as Omicelli tried to work there with the center, Anthony Cardilli, who comes into play from Mokina, Illinois. Lager for Kowalski. popped up to be grabbed by Mertz. Noah Mertz kicks that one forward for Omicelli, and a whistle and a stoppage of play with 14:52 left to go here in the first. And the loose twig is returned to the BK Selects bench. Face off there, won by BK. Carried along for a second as it's horseshoed around the backside boards. For Lingle. Lingle pushes that for Talacro. Talacro will not hold on to it. Mertz turnover and a glove save by Buticus. So Cody Buticus finally gets called into action and snatches one out of midair. Keeps us level at 0. Faceoff that's won by the Saints. That's pushed all the way back through the neutral zone. Kowalski tried to get that one forward, was looking for Shaw. My apologies, that's Kitchlin, the 4. Wrapped around the backside boards on the far side. It's pushed by the 48 of Josh Player. Player from Thoroughfare, New Jersey, headed to University of New Hampshire to continue his hockey career. 2 college commits on this BK Selects team. Owen King from Webster, New York, coming right here about 15-20 minutes south of where we are to Providence, Rhode Island, and he will play in Schneider Arena for the Providence Friars. King against Murphy to win that faceoff. Murphy headed to Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island as well, though Murphy is a Rhode Island native from North Kingstown. Quickly carried along, moved through the neutral zone, streaked by Owen King to the backside boards. He is met immediately by the 12 of Connor Gangle, and then that puck carries through the neutral zone underneath Josh Player as he is taken down to the ice by Murphy. Kitchlin on the opposite side, trying to see if he can gain space through the neutral zone. He'll flick it all the way down. Jack On will chase it. No icing as it deflected off of a Mount player's stick on its way down. Streaking through the center is Gangle. Gangle has to drop that one off. Looking for Gutworth. Gutworth slings it around the backside boards. It comes back out once again to the opposite side. It can be pushed along there by the 14 of Christian Benesinque. Murphy. Another lost twig. That belongs to a BK Selects player. Gilmore. Gilmore will move that one forward across the blue line. He is met immediately by 4 white jerseys as BK was on a line change, and they will dump it, and it will be chased by Mount. Mount had just completed a line change, hence 4 players right there on side of its bench. Carasello fires one, that goes wide. Hits the glass and comes back out for Carasello to try to continue it along as he worked there with Montgomery. Back out again, Humphreys moves that along. Forward for D'Annunzio. Grant D'Annunzio from Leesburg, Virginia, played for Washington Little Caps on their 16U team before coming here to BK to play on the 18U side. LaFerriere had that one intercepted in the middle. Opportunity here for Mount as it moves forward with Montgomery. Still a bouncing puck that was right on the stick of Thomas New, and he couldn't turn it. Getting tripped down, no call, was D'Annunzio. Along the sideboards, it will come all the way down. Mount will use the opportunity to make a line change. Outlet pass goes right there for the 12 of Lager. Bryce Lager from Blaine High School in Minnesota played for North Iowa in the NAHL before moving over to BK Selects this year. New flicks that one all the way down. A dump and chase as Mount will go for a line change with 11:13 left to go here in the first period. No score. And we thank you for joining us from Adelard Arena here in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Omicelli had that one bounce right off of his stick. It is craftfully taken by Cardelli. Cardelli Right in front, an opportunity for Omicelli, and he is stuffed by the 33 of Stevenson. Two Mount St. Charles games today, both against Bishop Kearney Selects. We'll see the 14U team in action later on tonight, 8 p.m. estimated face-off time. A slate of games tomorrow and Sunday for the Mount Sides as well. And of course, all Mount St. Charles games right here on Fans Only Sports Network. That's fansonlysportz.com. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. Just go to @FOSPORTZ or facebook.com/FOSPORTZ. 10 and change remaining here in the first. Still no score between these two sides and just a few shots on goal. As the puck is moved around through the neutral zone, Shaw tries to push that along with Player and Gillen. It is pushed into the deep end by Bartkowski. Mikey Bartkowski, Fort Mill, South Carolina. Played the BK Selects 16U team last year and came up to the 18s. In front of the BK bench, it's worked by Talacro for Lingle. Lingle tries to toe drag that one and gets run into the board by Gillen as it loops around on the backside. Opportunity for Lingle in front, and he could not get the full of that pass from Jack Oliver as it goes all the way down and into the penalty box area. And so we get a stoppage of play with 9:41. We'll have a short intermission in between the first and second periods as we've been told that they are not going to do a full ice resurfacing in between periods to try to move along the speed of the games. So we'll have about a 2-minute break in between the first and second before we have the full intermission that will be between the second and third for them to resurface the ice. And that's very similar to what we see during high school hockey here in the Ocean State. So for the Fans Only Sports Network, as Murphy hit the side of the crossbar. He thought it was on the inside and wanted the goal. All the way back down, Murphy threw his arm up. He wanted the call. He did not get it. Back for Mullen. Mullen. Forward, it's dropped to New off of the stick of Gutworth. Little toe drag for New, right back, Boslin shot, and a save from Stevenson. Oh boy, but Pat Murphy. We'll be looking back at the video of that one after this game tonight. That was about as close as you could get to going to the inside of the crossbar. And we saw a couple of really good bar down goals yesterday, or excuse me, last weekend. It seems like yesterday. And we'll see if we get any more this weekend as well. Worked for Boslin on the opposite side. Hard shot in front. Caracello right standing there. And Stevenson covers it up. .41 in a fast-paced first. You've played this in 17 minutes relative clock time for a 17-minute period. LaFerriere pushes that one through. It will go behind. Craftfully taken by Buticus, and he was a little bit out of position. But a wide shot. Montgomery off to the races against LaFerriere. Montgomery has it. Drops it back for New. And a hard shot ran right up the side of Stevenson. Dropped back by Montgomery for Caracello. Can work to Jack On at the point. On's open. Montgomery spins one himself, and that's kicked away by Stevenson. Flying puck tumbles end over end. Kowalski, Buticus, and a kick save from Cody Buticus. Caracello tried to push that one through. It will be gloved down and controlled on his own by the 12 of Connor Gangle. Omicelli chases this one against Stevenson as he loops it up along the side boards, looking for Shaw. Shaw will take it across the Barkowski, and offside will be the call. As we mentioned, plenty of Northeast Pack hockey action coming up, as Mount will be in action tomorrow against the LI Gulls at 2, and the U18s against Boston College Junior Eagles at 4. And you can catch all those games right here on Fans Only Sports Network. But of course, still a U14 game tonight against Bishop Kearney at 8 o'clock to go. For Omicelli, looking for Prosma. Daniel Prosma is behind the referee. The referee got in the way of Omicelli, and Omicelli went down. Can we call a penalty on the referee for tripping? Comes all the way back from Mertz. Mertz pushes that one forward. Carried by Omicelli to Lacro on the opposite side, and Mount will be whistled for offsides. And they'll stop the clock with 6:52. We'll see two patches on the front of the Mount jerseys. The one side is the USA Hockey patch. Of course, Mount St. Charles, this U18 team, won the national championship last year. And then the opposite side is the PHC patch, which is one of the conferences that Mount St. Charles predominantly plays in, this RA St. M's setup on the 14s, 16s, 14s, 15s, 16s, and 18s. As that one rolls up the side of Buticus, and then Buticus has to kick one away. Two good opportunities there from the 8 in black and red of Owen King, the Providence College commit. Along the side boards, Otwell tries to push that one free. It pops free for Mount to move it along with Jack Oliver. Oliver against Gilmore, and Gilmore comes to the better of that one. Bounced back for Mullen to Oliver, trying to slot in front, an opportunity there for Bruce, and Hunter Bruce couldn't get it to go. Whistle, stoppage of play, and an arm up from a referee, and we may have our first penalty of the night. And it's going to be the 16 of Carson McGuire from Toronto, Ontario, who played for North Jersey Avalanche last year, headed to the penalty box for 2 minutes for slashing, and Mount will have the first power play of the evening. Benesinque, Murphy fired, that one went right up Stevenson. Back once again for Murphy at the point. Dropped that one down, looking for Benesinque, couldn't spin that. In the corner and getting pushed hard into the boards was Gutworth. Back once again from the opposite side, firing one across was Gutworth. Comes back for Gangle. Gangle, Cardilli, and Murphy working along that top line with Gutworth. Murphy dropped, looking for a little drag there, couldn't get it. Gangle was able to intercept that one as it was trying to get pushed out of the zone by Trevor Berg. Hard shot and a save by Stevenson, and now BK will finally clear the zone. First time this evening that we've called Trevor Berg's name from Sugar Land, Texas. That third line right side defense of LaFerriere from Chatham, New Jersey, and Trevor Berg from Sugar Land, Texas, on part of this penalty kill unit for BK. They've got New Bosland along with the 18 of Montgomery and Carasello and Gates Omicelli are the 5 on the ice right now for the power play unit for the Saints, with 58 seconds left to go in the advantage. On the faceoff, wrapped around, News going to try to pin that into the boards. He cannot. It's pushed out, carried by Lager. Lager's chased back quickly, turned over, and looking for a little drag was the 7 of Kowalski, and The net is off of its moorings, and are we going to get a penalty for interference? Kowalski was taken down on the play. And they're going to say no. So there was no penalty on that play. Faceoff came outside of the zone, so maybe there might have missed a whistle on that one. New, craftfully across the neutral zone through the blue line. Errant pass is taken away by Kowalski. Kowalski's going to go at it again. Looks for the 12 of Lager. 20 seconds left to go in the advantage. Mount has to try to see if they can pull something together very quickly here, or it will be back to five-a-side hockey in short order of time. High lofted puck will go all the way down. It will not be icing as the puck will die in front of Buticus. Montgomery loses a handle on it, gains it back, turns that one across. Back for Montgomery once again as Carasello and Omicelli work there on the corner. Popped out again, Otwell. Otwell loses an edge, goes down, and offside ends up being the call as BK had players tracking into the zone with him. 3:32 remaining here in the first period. And while Friday might be hockey night in the Ocean State, it is also week one of the high school football season here in Rhode Island. And so a slate of football games to go as well as the fall season gets in earnest, and it's week 2 of hockey season for Mount St. Charles. They played a couple of games last week against Boston Hockey Academy. And a huge hit getting dumped down hard. That was the 27 of Maddox Talacro just laying in to the 20 of Chris McGovern. Gilmore from his own blue line tried to slot that one through, and again offside the call as D'Annunzio and Bunning were battling for it. So we get a stoppage of play. Face-off won by the Saints. Pushed for Lingle. Lingle sends that one all the way down. Was looking to get Jack Oliver on the loop around. The puck did not go as far as they thought it was going to. This time it is going to loop all the way around. And it'll be switched to the opposite side for Hunter Bruce. Bruce taps that across for Lingle. Lingle hard shot and another save by Stevenson. Back for Jack On. On spins that one over. They'll go back once again to On at the point. Spins for Lingle. Lingle through traffic. And that one just ran into BK bodies. Oliver getting shoved to the ice on the backside. No call from the officials. For Connor Gangle. Gangle flicks that one, and it's going to go just below the netting, and it'll hit the glass and trickle down. BK will pick it up on the downside and start to move through the ice. Humphreys for D'Annunzio as he drops that one across. It came across the mouth of the goal and is kicked aside by Buticus. Back to center ice for Kitchlin. Kitchlin holds and then sends that one forward. Hunter Bruce defensively here for Mount. With 1:20 left to go here in the first period of play. Carasello spins that across to the opposite side, off of the boards in front of the penalty box area. Only one penalty called so far in this entire period. One obviously in the game as we are in the first period. Montgomery pushes that one back for Carasello to try to resubmit to Montgomery as he tracks forward. looking for a little bit of a drag, was trying to go to Thomas New, couldn't get it all the way across. Come back for Talacro, and Talacro gets leveled by Lager. Kowalski bounces it off of his shin as it gets picked up and carried across by Player. Player sends one, and a kick save from Buticus. Carried across by Talacro for Montgomery. Slot to New, and a hard shot that hit traffic. Sliding across was Kowalski to block that one down. Michael Kowalski from St. Charles, Illinois, played for Chicago Fury on the 16U side. Before coming to BK Select, as we'll get a whistle and a stop to play for icing with 12 seconds to go. Only one quote-unquote New England player on this BK Select side, which is Sean Gillen, the 5 from Hartford, Connecticut, played at Kingswood Oxford School. This will take us to the end of the first period as the horn will sound, and that will be all she wrote for the first 17. Hard fought by both sides, and it's the Saints and Bishop Kearney tied after 1. We'll take the quick commercial break. You're watching RI St. Sims Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
Pharmaceutical company Prevacus says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
We can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly. When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
When Jake and I first talked about this many years ago, one of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
The acute problems that exist later on in life, if we can take care of these at an early age and start getting some of these things to our children and grandchildren, you know, and I think we can make this game, our game, football, a safer place.
And so the whole goal is we're trying to make the game safer. And so Odyssey and this drug, we believe, can be a game changer in so many different ways. Yes, on the football field, in the game of football, because that's where my passion lies, but also in the game of life.
Honors even after 1 as we start the second period of play, and it's Mount and Bishop Kearney in U18 action. The 14s will see each other later on this evening. Cardilli takes the face off against Sean. We're underway here in the second period. Bishop Kearney in the black. And this one will come across. On the backside for Boslin. Boslin tries to push that one. Bartkowski. It will be scooped up by Riley Mullen and pushed out of the zone. Gates Omicelli as he works through the neutral zone. Omicelli will drag that one himself to the outside, sends it around on the backside boards. gets kicked up, and Gangle will try to chase for it as he gets pushed into his own back zone by McGuire. King spun right through and kicked away by Buticus. Cody Buticus from Sewell, New Jersey, in net this evening for the Saints. Adam Stevenson from Chandler, Arizona, on the far side for BK Selects. Jack On will push that one for the 16 of Gutworth. Gutworth sent it right back out in front, and an opportunity there for Gangle, and that one hit traffic. Pushed along and dumped in as BK tried to finish the creation of a line change. And Asinque pushes that one, and it's bumped back in off sides. All right, Saints Hem's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit stanleytree.com for more information. By Hamden Hockey, Connecticut's Pro Hockey Shop. And by RREliteRecruits.com, with access to 3,000 schools and 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of the nation's #1 recruiting service. Join RREliteRecruits.com today. 14 and change left to go here in the second. No score between the two sides. Just one penalty in the first period. A slashing call that was given to BK. That one is going to get popped up by Humphreys over top of the net of Buticus, and it will be continued on as Berg tries to work that one forward. Stick to side by Buticus, and a sustained possession here by BK is now pushed out of the zone and will get a call and a stoppage of play. The advantage of two-line not, and I think it may have hit inside of a bench area in the process. So New, as he goes against the 13 of Carroll. Won by Mount. Mullen for Thomas New. Montgomery, hard shot, and that one is saved by Stevenson. Montgomery hit the crossbar, or excuse me, Pat Murphy it was, hit the crossbar back in the first and really wanted that one to go, and it was a good play. And it's been Montgomery and Murphy that have been the shot selectors for this Saints side so far here in the first period plus. They look to go to Caracello, couldn't get completely to him. Carroll is going to get bumped by New right in front of the bench. Mullen flicks that one all the way around for Montgomery. Montgomery will drag it around in the neutral zone, gets bottled up amongst four black and red jerseys as Mount was trying to go for a line change. Boslin, good outlet pass there for Oliver. Oliver tried to drop it back, thought that he had the 25 of Elliot Lingle trailing behind him. Not completely, hard shot right in front, and that one is saved by Stevenson, and poking at it on the doorstep was Connor Gangle, and Hunter Bruce was right there. A 14-9 shot differential. And the Saints still getting plenty of shots. They are just not getting them to complete. Hard hit into the boards was Jack On right at the Mountain bench. No call from the officials. That one's flicked by Lingle for Hunter Bruce. Looking for him. They cannot complete. Goes cross ice for Shaw. Shaw pushed it around. Gangle's going to scoop this one up around the back side. On for Oliver. For Bruce. Hunter Bruce pushes that one across. For King. winds and fires up into the netting, and that will stop play. So LaFerrier, McGuire, King, Otwell, Berg on the ice currently for BK. It's Omicelli along with Cardilli, the 4 of Mertz, Talacro, and the 6 of Daniel Prosma on the ice for the Saints with 12 left to go here in this second period. Mertz slots that one through for Omicelli. Little drop back, was looking for Prosma, who hadn't gotten all the way over yet. Omicelli chased that one to the corner, works with Prosma along the sideboards with Talacro for Prosma, and that's whistled as offside. I'll take the face-off at center ice. And it's won by the Saints. Pushed back into the defensive zone, though. Talacro is going to have to loop around for Omicelli. Upside off for Talacro. Pushed all the way through for Prosma. Comes back for Humphreys once again at the neutral zone. D'Annunzio has it. D'Annunzio gets bottled up by 3 white jerseys. One of them is Noah Mertz, who's able to dispossess him of the puck for a moment. And now Mertz goes back to a man mark on D'Annunzio and is able to push the puck all the way into the corner. For the aforementioned Mertz, who picks this one back up. Carrying along. Omicelli trying to pull it off of the sideboards. He cannot. It's poked along by Talacro. For Omicelli to Prosma on the opposite side. Prosma with a bit of a run through some traffic. Picked back up by Omicelli once again, and it'll be spun out of the zone. And it comes all the way back. Mullen holds it, deflecting off of the sideboards. Murphy's going to chase. Murphy's going to get to this one first. He's hit on the backside boards. Has Benesinque with him along with Gutworth. 5 BK jerseys right in front. Mullen reinserts. LaFerrier goes to the corner. That is intercepted by Gutworth right at the Zamboni doors. Gutworth's able to peel this one out for Mullen as the Saints try to set the zone. Gutworth winds, fires. That one's deflected and goes way up into the netting. So we'll get a stoppage of play. Slate of games to go tomorrow. U14s against the Long Island Gulls at 2, and then the U18s take on Boston College Junior Eagles at 4. You can catch those games right here on fansonlysports.com. Tried to be pushed through by Benesinque. Back for Mullen. Mullen sends that one up for Murphy. Looking, Gutworth, Kowalski, and lost his twig on center of the ice. He picks up. Benesinque gets spun around by the 4 of Dexter Kitchlen. Kitchlen from Henderson, Nevada, home of the Henderson Silver Knights, the AHL side to the Las Vegas Golden Knights of the NHL. Arm goes up and the whistle is blown. A penalty is called, and now players getting dumped around. And we'll see how many penalties we'll have called. As Cody Buticus has all the action happen to the right side of his net, and we'll stand and observe the fracas that has now been separated by the men in stripes. And it's going to be one penalty that's going to be called. And it's going to be to the 7 of Michael Kowalski. 2 minutes for cross-checking. So Kowalski will go in the box, a 2-minute minor penalty for cross-checking. And for the second time today, the Saints will go on the power play. 0 for 1 on the day. They could not convert anything back in the first period. And so far, the only 2 penalties called in this game have been both against BK. The referee took it right off of the face-off. And he will get attended to by a member of the training staff from the Mount St. Charles bench. Not entirely sure what hit him, but he was connected with immediately after the face-off. Well, while he is being attended to by the Mount St. Charles training staff, we will take a commercial break. You're watching RA St. Sim's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
.934 left to go here in the second. After a injury timeout after the referee took it to the face, off of the face-off, maybe a bit of a stick blade, and Mount wins this face-off back for Boslin. Works that one forward for Caracello. For Omicelli, Caracello, Omicelli, new. Boslin on this penalty kill unit along with Montgomery. Right out in front, that one popped off of the stick of Omicelli and goes wide of the cage for Montgomery. Montgomery pulls that around the side boards for Boslin, back at the point, back to Montgomery again. For Boslin, winds, fires, that one hit traffic in the body of the 8. Or no, actually it was not the 8, it was the 9 of Gakowski, and then New fires one, and that's scooped up, and yeah, he's in. Mikey Barkowski took that one right off of his ankle. And he is definitely in a spot of bother, and he's going to head not just to the bench, but probably down the tunnelway to the locker room as well for a moment, and he'll be attended to by the BK Selects training staff as he does head right down the tunnelway. 8 and change left to go here in the second. Cycled around for Gango, almost lost an edge for a second. Gutworth tried to pop that one free, was looking for the 15 of Cardilli. Chased by Gango on the backside. A high press from BK with McGuire and Lager. For Murphy. Murphy dinged one off of the crossbar, back in the purse. Hard shot there from the 12 of Gangle, and that one was just shy of the crossbar as well. For Gutworth, back in front for Murphy, another shot, score! Murphy set it in, it hit Jake Gutworth, and it's 1-0 Saints. A power play goal for Jake Gutworth on the leading edge of that power play, fleeting away from them, and they get the goal. They're going to give the goal to Gutworth. They give the assist to Connor Gangle. And it's 1-0 Saints. Face-off that can be won by the Saints. For Oliver, moved by Bunning here now for BK. And the backside corner. Comes out to the blue line, hits some traffic as it was tried to be floated in by the 17 of Trevor Berg. Pinned in the corner, Talacro has that one. We'll pull it out for BK. Spins around, D'Annunzio tried to fire that one in, hit traffic. D'Annunzio came back for it once again. That's along the backside boards. Has to be fished out, moved along by Bunting. Ryan Bunting from West Deptford, New Jersey. As that one slots all the way across. Opportunity here for the Saints. Talacro, Bruce cannot get to that one completely. A minor line change will occur as Talacro goes off and comes back in favor of Connor Gangle. Gangle, who just assisted on the goal. Gangle fires one and that goes wide. Looped around the backside board, came right out in front, and an opportunity as it was sitting on the skeet in the stick of the 15 of Cardilli. Cardilli's going to chase this one, a floating puck into the backside corner. Cardilli works with Omicelli. Gates Omicelli has it for Prosma. Hard shot and a save by Stevenson. .6:10 left here in the second. Sorry, that non-stoppage of play. The minute and a half and not having the ice resurfaced sometimes confuses us a little bit. Playing a 34-minute first period. Connor Gangle led that one around the outside. Back for Jack On. On will push it along. It's going to die in a pile of snow right in front of the door to the Mount St. Charles bench area. And will finally be scooped out for Omicelli. Gates Omicelli will flick that one around. He's looking to work along with Cardilli. Cardilli tried to continue it on. He cannot. It's going to float all the way down. And icing will be the call. A stoppage of play with 5:33. All right, St. M's Hockey on Fanzoli Sports Network is brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit stanleytree.com for more information, and by Hamden Hockey, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Penalty box is empty, 5 aside with 5.5, and that one is a slashing penalty to be called. And it's going to be first time in the box, and we're going to get 2 in the box. Montgomery got sent to the box for slashing. Bosland is going to get sent to the box. And Otwell is going to get sent to the box. So Montgomery goes to the box for slashing, and then Bosland and Otwell for unsportsmanlike conduct, and we'll play 5-on-4. As we sort all of that out with 5:29 left to go here in the second. BK works around through the neutral zone. That one's going to pop up, and there's our first roofing of the evening. As we'll get a stoppage of play and a face-off at center ice, and that took just 11 seconds off of the penalty time, and now the referee's going to come over and have a little bit of a conversation with Talacro. And Opposite side 13 of Jacob Carroll. Carroll from Ottawa, Ontario, played in the Ottawa Junior Senators in the CCHL. Now over here with BK Selects. Or we should say over with BK Selects. The here is Mount St. Charles, the RA St. M's home side. Legendary Adelard Arena in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, home to Mount St. Charles hockey, 32 state championships in their high school career, and of course the legend of Coach Bill Belisle, who passed away last year during the middle of hockey season, right before the Mount St. Charles Bishop Hendricken game, which was the rivalry game that everyone circles on their calendar every year. And a nice memory and played before the start of that game. That is a shot for Denuncia that gets flicked up by Buticus. And it cycles back with 20 seconds left to go. Buticus, another save. As a shot came in on the corner from the 81 of Humphreys. Down goes Caracello. The arm goes up. And tripping will be called. So the 16 of Corson McGuire will go to the box. 2 minutes for tripping, and with 9 seconds remaining on the original slashing penalty that was called to Montgomery, and with Boslin and Otwell in the box as well, in 9 seconds, Mount is going to have a little bit of power play time to work with in the final 3:37 to go of this period. For Murphy. Benesinque. Back for Murphy again. Murphy again from the blue line. Pat Murphy trying to look for something and still fights one free. Dispossesses a BK player with a stick. That one popped up right off of the top of the post from Benesinque. Mount on the power play. Murphy missed an attempt. Back for Benesinque. He lets it go as it loops around for Gutworth. Taken over by Lager, chased back by Murphy craftfully and taken away for Gutworth. And Murphy in a 3-on-2 for Mount. Hard shot, sits right in front. Murphy still wants it, shoots again, can't get it. Kengel has it back. And 3 great shots for Mount, and that's going to come all the way down for icing. Oh boy, Mount standing on the doorstep, and once again, it was Murphy right there. It was Gengel on the backside. Montgomery on the ice. This power play unit 1A has really just clicked. 2 and change left to go here in the period. 1:02 remaining on the power play. Boslin, and it's looped around. Back for Boslin in the neutral zone for Montgomery. Montgomery has to twirl with it. Boslin will switch sides of the ice for Omicelli, looking for New. Cannot go to him. Chased back by Montgomery. Montgomery is chased and bumped in to the boards by Otwell. Otwell with it for BK. BK still working shorthanded for the next 25 seconds. Thomas New pulls that one out right at the center of the ice for Omicelli, back for New, and that one slots around on the backside boards. New settles, sent across, looking to wind and fire as it came back to him and couldn't pull the trigger, bounces it off for Boslin. Holding, winding, firing high was Montgomery. That will negate all things being for the power play, as time has expired and we continue on. Five-a-side hockey with 1:20. Humphrey tried to wrap around, nothing to go there. Bounced back to the blue line. Down into the far corner for Jake Gutworth. Gutworth has the goal for Mount, as he scored on the power play here in this second period. For Venesinque, hard shot and a save made by Stevenson. 51 officially on the clock, left to go before we will get the longer intermission to resurface the ice. And if you look on the far side, in front of the Mount St. Charles bench area, the amount of snow piled up on the dasher boards there, very telling of why we need to get this ice resurfaced before we play the third period. For Brennan Gilmore, as he pushes that one along, a mishit from D'Annunzio as it cycles around the backside boards. Carried out by Murphy. Murphy tries to poke it through the wickets of a few BK players. Offside was waved off. Could have continued play. That one came right back out in front and is batted down by Buticus. 14 seconds remaining in the period as Gutworth takes this one out of the zone. Working himself through. Has Venesinque trailing him along with Murphy. Gutworth is thrown into the backside boards, 2-1. The horn will sound and the end of the second will come. 25-12 in the shots on goal, but the more important department is the line above it. The Saints on a goal from Jake Gutworth lead 1-0 after 2. We'll take the longer break so they resurface the ice. We'll resurface ourselves. You're watching RA St. Sim's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Borth back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Borth back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Borth back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Borth back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Borth back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Borth back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Up back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And Boyd back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they've got it! The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn or something.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
as we welcome you back to Adelaide Arena here in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, and get ready for third period action. A power play goal from Jake Gutworth was the difference maker in this one. As we sit ready to go for the third period. Box is empty, so we play five-a-side hockey. Murphy and King at the center of the circle. And King's going to get thrown out of the circle, so it's going to be Murphy and Humphreys. And we're down and underway in this third period here on Fans Only Sports Network. All right, St. Sim's Hockey on Fans Only Sports is brought to you by Stanley Tree. Employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And by Hamden Hockey, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. That will get flicked down. Icing will be the call, and a stoppage of play with 16:34 officially showing on the stadium clock. 25-12 in the shots on goal department after the 2 periods of play. Cody Buticus in net for the Saints. Adam Stevenson for BK Selects. As Murphy and Bunting go now, Murphy is going to get thrown out of the circle, so it's going to be Gutworth and Bunting. Face-off is won by the Saints. Flicked for Benesinque. Loops around the backside boards. Gutworth tries to pull that one off. Kitchlin has it for BK Selects. Barrier for Bunting. Taken back at center ice by Mullen. Riley Mullen spins that one through. Sent on and kicked aside by Stevenson. One of 3 games to be played on this Adelaide Arena ice this evening in night 1 of the Northeast Pack tournament, or the Northeast Pack regular season, we should say, part of the tournament that will conclude way later down at the end of the season with the Northeast Pack playoffs and championship. Going to be held in Long Island, where the Long Island Gulls are based. A long time to go, and 12 or 13 games to be completed until then. The 15s and 16s will get their Northeast Pack seasons underway October 1st and 2nd here at Adelaide Arena. That one is shot high up into the netting, and as always, the Mount St. Charles games part of Northeast Pack available right here on fansonlysports.com. New skates to the center against Jacob Carroll. Montgomery for Gilmore as that one goes across. They were looking on the opposite side for Kowalski. Hard shot and a save by Stevenson. Puck bounced right in front. And it's looped around by Caracello. Carried out by Kowalski for D'Annunzio. D'Annunzio sends that one around the backside. And it's taken by Montgomery as the Saints try to move this one forward. From the point, and a hard shot by Caracello went wide. Right back in front for Caracello again, and it's set up after it came off of the pads of Stevenson. All the way down will be let. No icing will be called. Jack on will pick that one up on the backside boards for the Saints. Through center ice. Gates Michelli works with Connor Gangle. It gets taken over by LaFerriere. LaFerriere sends that one through for Shaw. Back for LaFerriere. Right in front of Buticus, and it's taken away by Noah Mertz. Sent all the way down into the deep corner. No icing called. They'll loop it around and try to continue play. Berg will move this one forward for BK. It's let. Icing not called. A little bit of confusion between the referees there. There's an opportunity for Mount to move this one forward. Cardilli works the corner along with the 6 of Prasma. For Omicelli. Along the sideboards again for Gilland. Prasma will pull that away from Kitchland. He will track back. Humphreys gets that one pushed off by Telacro in front of Butikis, and he's able to kick that away. Player is spun around and dumped to the ice. Kitchland to King. Otwell, a glove goes flying. It's from the 4 of Kitchland, and he loses his twig in the process too. He will exit the ice for McGovern. Defensive zone movement for BK. Turnover, Oliver shot, and a save by Stevenson. So a face-off to come in the corner. As scooped up and carried by Lager. A little stick flip from Bunting, and that is saved by Butikis. Loops around the back side. Bunting smacked along the wall. McGuire, he's pushed to the boards. Lager sends it back for Gilmore, and that's fired in, and save made by Butikis, slid right across the goal mouth as Butikis was drawn off, and Bosland was able to knock it away. Riley Mullen will clear the zone for Lingle to try to chase it against McGovern. McGovern picks that up behind his net, sends it the opposite direction. It is sent all the way down, and icing will be the call, and a stoppage of play with 11:51 remaining. One more game to go today here on Fanzoli Sports Network. We'll have the RI St. M's U14 in action against BK Selects. Face-off time for that game slated to be around about 8 p.m. Eastern time. It will come after the BC Junior Eagles Long Island Gulls game, which is slated to face off at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And that will come on the Adelard Arena ice following the conclusion of this game. Then we will follow the conclusion of that game. Of course, a slate of games to go tomorrow, as we will see both the 14s and 18s in action. Tomorrow, it's Mount against the LI Gulls for the U14s tomorrow at 2, and then against the Boston College Junior Eagles, the U18s, tomorrow at 4. We'll start our coverage on Sunday with the U14s at noon against the New Jersey Rockets. 12 and 2 game times on Sunday. The 14s at 12, the 18s at 2 against New Jersey Rockets as we complete weekend number 1 of Northeast Pack play. The 15s and 16s will have the Northeast Pack season here at Adelard on October 1st and 2nd. Those RI St. games will be here on Fans Only Sports Network. Murphy against Carroll with 11:35 left to go here in regulation. Saints standing on the laurels of the Jake Gutworth power play goal from the second period. Murphy has that one bounced off of the side. Gutworth tried to spin that one around for Jack On. On gets dumped hard into the corner boards. Back in the defensive zone for Lengel. Lengel spun around again. Murphy offside was the call as BK was trying to jaw for it. Connor Gangle, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Elliot Lingle, State College, PA. And if you put the two of them on the ice at the same time, you would have what we call an edition of broadcasters chaos. Talacro gets punched off of the blue line by Kitchlin. Talacro tripped Kitchlin, and I think they're going to call Talacro. Or is he going to get away with it? He threw his head up. He thought he might have gotten called. But they did not call Maddox Talacro. And it's a face-off between New and Shaw at center ice. 10:42 left to go here in regulation. Mertz and Talacro will chase that one behind Buticus. Looped around left, sitting at the blue line for Montgomery. Tracked forward by New. New for Montgomery. Has that one kicked off of his stick and it heads to the back corner. Kept in at the blue line by Talacro for a second. Caracello is going to have to chase for it. Another loose twig on the ice from BK player. For King, fires, Buticus has that one in his catcher. Cody Buticus from Sewell, New Jersey, played one of the two games last weekend, got the win on it, just giving up one goal. A .933 saves average. Great way to start the season. Omicelli deflected it off the boards around near his bench area. Comes back instead for Otwell. Otwell on the back side. It is pushed forward through the neutral zone by Prasma. Sent back. Riley Mullen sends it across for Alex Bosland. It bounces off. Cardilli for Omicelli. Omicelli gets taken down hard on the backside boards and no call for the referees. Now Prasma gets into it with Otwell along the sideboard. Still, we play on. 9:18 left to go here in regulation. Hard shot kicked aside, and that one dies right at the Zamboni doors. From distance, and that one was sent by McGovern, and it goes wide of the net. Mullen. Prasma is able to glove that one down, brings it for Omicelli. Omicelli finishes the switch across. Look there for Hunter Bruce. Bruce had just come off of the Mount bench. Fresh legs on the ice for the Saints as Lingle works that one along with Oliver and Bruce. It's Jack on the back corner, along with the 12 of Connor Gangle. Lager slotted that one across, kept in by Gangle for Lingle. Bruce cycles around in front of the net. Was looking to slot to him, couldn't get there. Jack Oliver saves that one on the line. Pushed back in. Gangle, that one again is spun around by Bruce. And a hard shot that went just wide. Jack on keeps that one on through traffic, was slotting one. That went wide of the cage. That's going to stay just below the ceiling and go all the way back. Gangle will scoop that one up. Gangle gets tripped hard, and the arm does go up. LaFerriere is going to tap that one, not enough to be called a control. They get Buticus off the ice. 6 skaters on for the Saints right now on the delayed penalty against BK. Murphy tracks through the zone. Murphy swings around. That one goes onto the stick of the 16 of Gutworth, and now the whistle goes. And I think Gutworth wanted to try to get a second penalty called. But instead it's going to be Lager, 2 minutes for tripping. And the Saints are going to go on the power play once again. It has been a benefit for them. 1 for 2 on the power play today. As they got the goal from Jake Gutworth. Murphy. He's out there along with the 12 of Connor Gangle and the 18 of Montgomery on the backside line. Or my apologies, that might actually be the 16 of Gutworth. Cardilli and Venecinque are the other two on this power play unit 1 for the Saints. As it pops up into the netting. And a stoppage of play and a face-off to come just outside of the blue line. Actually made it into the stands just off of the left-hand side of the netting. 1:32 to go on the advantage with 6 and change left here in the period, and another glove lost from Kitchland, and Murphy gets pressed down in the process of it. Player pushed to the sideboards by the 12 of Gangle. Outletted for Venecinque. He carries across. He's taken off of the play. Cardilli chases this one back. Bosland along the sideboards. Gutworth works it free. Jake Gutworth taken down from his knees. No call. Slots it back for Cardilli. Cardilli fires, and that one is waffle boarded aside. Now losing his stick and losing an edge was Bosland. Bosland gets into a tete-a-tete with Bartkowski. New carries back across. Final 20 seconds to go of the advantage. Talacro for Montgomery. Back for Talacro. He'll hold on to it. Talacro fires. That one got through and hit the pads of Stevenson with Omicelli standing right there on the doorstep. That's going to go all the way down, and that will be not all of the penalty, as there's 4 seconds to remain as they stop the clock on the icing. A few different rules in the prep and juniors level is that of what you see at the bar down. Noah Mertz. They do it again on the fleeting end of the power play. Noah Mertz dings the crossbar and sends it to the back side of the net. And it's 2-0 Saints. Well, Murphy dinged one back in the first, didn't get it to go. Mertz clearly takes care of that one. And he sent that into the backside of the net. A little bit of insurance room for the Saints to work with 5 left to go here in the third. D'Annunzio pushes through. Carroll. For Berg. Back for Carroll. Bunting. Pushed around. Carried once again by Caracello as he's ran into the boards. For Cardilli. Montgomery will work this along the backside boards. Jake Gutworth in the second, Noah Mertz in the third. It's 2-0 Saints with 4:20 left to go here in regulation as they look to open the Northeast Pack season with a victory. And a whistle will stop play. The 15 U's took a PAC championship home in 2020. The 15s and the 18s took PAC championships home in 22. Or in 21. They'll look to do it again in 22. The 18s took home the national championship from USA Hockey in 22. And we'll look to do that again in April of 23. A lot of banners that hang on the left side of the arena. That significant of the prep side. Pushed around the backside boards for Jack on up top. Right in front and an opportunity twice. Pushed along there by Benesinque. Gutworth on the backside. It's peeled out by Lager. Back to the blue line. Pushed back in by Murphy. And a line change for Mount, dumped hard into the boards. We'll get a whistle and a stoppage of play. And are we going to get a penalty called? 2 minutes for elbowing to the 14 of Christian Benesinque from West Islip, New York. So with 3:20 left to go, it's going to put BK on the power play for part of this, and they're going to call timeout to talk it over. We'll take the quick timeout as well. You're watching RA Saints Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
Pharmaceutical company Pregame says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
We can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly. When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
When Jake and I first talked about this many years ago, one of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
The acute problems that exist later on in life, if we can take care of these at an early age and start getting some of these things to our children and grandchildren, and I think we can make this game, our game, football, a safer place.
And so the whole goal is we're trying to make the game safer. And so Odyssey and this drug, we believe, can be a game changer in so many different ways. Yes.
3:20 left to go here in regulation as a power play begins for BK Selects after the elbowing called to Benesinque. And a quick icing sends the puck. And they're going to go 6 skaters for the power play, trailing by 2 with 3 left to go. So Stevenson has been pulled. Empty net to the right-hand side of our broadcast position. And that one gets trapped down. Shot goes wide of Budicus. Budicus. Bunting from McGovern. Murphy and Mullen out there with New. And the 17 of Boslin, the 4 skaters for the Saints on this penalty kill unit. Bunning fires. That goes right off of Buticus's glove. Bunting. That one's caught in traffic. Mullen tried to spin it, couldn't, comes right back out in front again. Still bounced around. Buticus kicks that one down. Another big save, and then another save, and a second kick save. Murphy flicks one, and Cody Buticus just stood on his head for 3 straight shots and kept this game at 2-0. 45 seconds remaining on the advantage. 124 seconds remaining in this period. And they've got to be very careful on time to be able to get a player off in 45 seconds and get Stevenson back on should this penalty end and they have not scored. Player pushes that one in. Loops around the back side. That will be bumped by Mertz. Up alongside. Kicked aside once again by Buticus. For D'Annunzio at point. Slotted back out in front. They do not get it to go across. They were looking. D'Annunzio on the backside boards here. Pushed along by Talacro. Talacro is able to dispossess. Right out in front, they go for the wraparound again. Buticus is able to shut the door. 2-1, the penalty is over. Still 6 skaters out for BK with 5 on the ice now for the Saints. They continue to play, 1:06 to go. Venesinque had that one before he lost an edge. They're going to play with 6 skaters for the entirety of this one. Empty net goal from Christian Venesinque. It'll be the 3rd goal of the night for the Saints. It'll put this one in the books. Venesinque is going to get his first of the season. So Gutworth picks up his 2nd of the season. Noah Mertz picks up his 3rd of the season. Christian Venesinque opens his bank account and picks up his 1st of the season. And that'll do it. .30 seconds left to go. And a dominant 3-0 victory by the Saints to open Northeast Pack. Pushed along the backside boards. Berg's going to pull this one out. Sorry, King, my apologies. And that one's carried forward for Gangle. Gets bumped by Lingle now. One more save for Buticus, and the horn will sound, and Mount comes up with a 3-0 shutout victory over Bishop Kearney Selects to open Northeast Pack play. 36-25 in the shots on goal. And 3-0 on the scoreboard on goals from Gutworth, Mertz, and Venesinque. Well, that'll do it for us here on Fans Only Sports Network. We thank you so much for tuning in. Our Saints Hems Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network is brought to you by Stanley Tree, by Hampton Hockey, and RREliteRecruits.com. For Alden Darris, I'm Matt Jolis. All of us here at Fans Only Sports Network, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll be back on the air 8 p.m. Eastern Time tonight as the BK Selects U14 team will take to the Adelard Arena ice to take on the RI St. M's U14 team as they open their Northeast Pack season. Until then, thanks so much and enjoy the rest of your Friday.